For a moment, this was a bridge too far for Vladimir Putin. As we arrived in the town of Kherson just before dusk on Thursday, the fighting had crossed over to our side of the river, meaning Russian tanks were in these sleepy streets. But the night brought no rest. Jets flying low, terrifying locals. Airstrikes. Here, a mother's bedtime duty is to switch out the lights. Not to calm her kids, but to protect them from the Kremlin's jets overhead. The boys are noisy, but the girls quiet. It's safer here than on the street, says Lena. Ruslan jumps in. They'll kill us all, he says. Moscow's games scar here. I did hear blasts, but I was not afraid. I heard a tank, he says. But by dawn, it was a case of the Russians are coming, but also maybe not. Ukrainian forces had reclaimed the bridge, but not without a cost. I asked Victor if the Russians would move back.
Yes, Russians, no far away. Russians, about 3,000 meters.
Locals picked through the wreckage for ammunition.
It's just strange to see civilians picking up leftover armour from vehicles here. It shows you how many people are involved now on a local level in this war effort. Look, he's doing it again. They're just stopping everywhere to pick up whatever they can.
It's unclear if the bodies here were discarded because they were Russians or because there were just too many. The Ukrainian military you can see here is the bit that was pushed back. The defenders, still holding this bridge, stayed hidden, waving our cameras away from their positions. On the bridge, the living surreally passing the dead.
Okay, удачи. Just saying the Russians are on the other side of the bridge, but you can't see them, but they aren't disturbing civilians.
Anyone who wants to run Ukraine needs this tortured piece of concrete.
This is the Dnieper River, which basically cuts Ukraine into the side here, which connects to Russia, and this side, which connects to Europe. A vital piece of Ukraine to fight over, and it's been obviously very intense here in the past days.
There are no winners here, just holes that will need filling in, and shreds of lives that need collecting. Vladimir is here, helping himself to a hot dog. The other Vladimir, Putin, wants to steal lives here whole for his wider vision of empire restored. For the people in this town, it means afternoons with the noise of rockets landing in the streets. That dusk, the balance of power changed again. Shells landed around Ukrainian positions and, it seemed, near houses. Ambulances unable to get in. Then came this noise, the sound of an attack helicopter. Acute violence that seems to have led the bridge to change hands again. Minutes later, local officials said the city's defences had fallen. But victories here are laden with loss and so bitter in the mouth.
We have still, Erin, been hearing the sounds of blast impacts distant to this city still tonight, even amongst this deathly, chilling silence, frankly. So there is obviously some fighting still going on. It may not be definitive that the Russians have taken that key bridge, but it is very important they even have intermittent control, because we think that last night, when they did have that moment where it was in their hands, a lot of troops passed over. Some seem to have gone east towards separate areas, some seem to have gone west as well. And that will be deeply troubling, I think, for those trying to defend Kiev at this moment, that there is possibly another route from the south that could assist with that onslaught.